Today I'd like to show you some of the features that we have created allowing teachers to customize the experience of students in their classes compared to the experience that might be set at a default or school level. So what you would do here is log in as a teacher. So once you log in on the homepage, you're going to go to the Settings tab here. And on this page, you may have more tabs, but the tab that we are concerned with today is the Classroom Settings tab. So once we click on that, here you're going to see a series of LMS default settings. What this basically means is that at the school level, the administrator has created a default for the placement test, which in this case is on, and levels controls, which basically limits what levels students can view. So in this case, it's set to a sliding range, which basically means dependent upon which level the child is placed into, what levels they would have access above their level and below their level. So in this case, at 30 and 30, the student would have access to every level in Highlights Library, regardless of the range or the level that they are in. What we have done now is created a series of settings where the teacher can customize how they would want their classes to be. In this instance, there is only one class, but if you're a teacher that has several classes, you'll see them listed here. So for this case, we're going to change the first option, which is the placement test. Here, as in the default, it says on, but we can switch that to off. All you have to do here is click off. You will get a confirmation window where you click OK, and you can see now it's off. So in this instance, any student that enters this class new would not have to take a placement test. They would be placed into a level that you can dictate, and they will not have to go through those questions in their first time logging in. The next thing that we can change is the level range. This is really, again, as we were saying, what levels of books the student has access to. So in this case, it reflects what the default is above. And you can adjust those ranges, but the other thing that you can adjust is you can change it to a fixed range. What this allows you to do is have all of the students in your various class have the same levels regardless of what level they are in. So for example, if you have a student who is they've placed into level 7, but you say, I only want students in my class to have access to levels 1 through 5, they would only see those levels. And you click the confirmation again, and you will now see that your class is at a fixed level versus the default, which is a sliding range. The last thing that you can change is what we call password type. If you click on this, you will see two options, self and teacher. The self is the default, and what this really is a student has the ability to enter their email in order to create and set their password when they first log in. This is our preferred method because this allows a lot more self-service for a student in the case of them forgetting their password or needing to recover their password and reset their password. However, we also recognize there are several instances where there are younger students in the class, or classes are full of younger students, where they may not be able to follow all those steps. We created an option called the teacher. What this does is this allows the teacher to set the password for the student and share it in the classroom. This would mean that the student does not have to enter a email in order to register and start the class, start Highlights Library. So let's click this. So you would do is click on here, continue. Here you're going to be asked to confirm this. So we'll click on confirm. And it takes you to a page where you have two options. Your first option is to do all of the students in any given class, which is listed here. You could use a form. So we're going to download this form. let's take a look at this. This form is very simple, as you can see. It's an Excel spreadsheet, and all you have to do is enter the passwords here. I'm going to keep this very simple. You would save this, and you would upload it back here. The other option is if you want to do a different password, you can do it right here. If you just have 1 or 2 students, you can just do it manually here, and you would type in the password for each. You click Save, you confirm, and you can see here, now it reflects the teacher as the password type, and you have set the password for your students. We recommend you share these in the classroom. You can even send home the password written along with the user ID. All of these settings, again, are changeable again for these 3 things: the placement test, the level range, and the password type. And you can have different settings for each of the classes that you have.